moment of inertia of a disk about an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the disk. Suppose this is a disk. So the disk is a solid object, it is not hollow like a ring, and this is the axis about which we have to find the moment of inertia. So what we can do is we can divide the disk into many rings. Suppose we draw a ring which has radius small r, and again this ring has a very small thickness, and the thickness which we can make here, it is dr. So the area of this very small ring which we have cut is 2 pi r, which is the circumference, into dr, which is the width. So dA will be this. Now the whole disk has mass capital M, and the radius of the whole disk will be capital R. So we can say that whole pi r square has a mass M. So unit area has a mass M upon pi r square. So 2 pi r dr, the mass for this will be M upon pi capital R square into 2 pi small r dr. So pi and pi will cancel, and so the value of dm we will get as 2 m small r dr upon capital R square. Now this is the mass of the very small ring. The radius of that ring was small r. So the moment of inertia di was dm into r square. So di will be, dm means 2m r dr upon capital R square into small r square. So the value of di will be equal to 2m r to the power 3 dr upon capital R square. Now if we integrate this from 0 to capital R, we will get 2m upon capital R square and small r to the power 3. So the integration of this will be small r to the power 4 upon 4, and if we put the limits, we will get capital R to the power 4 upon 4. Now this r square will get cancelled with this, and this will get cancelled here. So we will get moment of inertia as m r square upon 2. So if this is a disk, I will denote this like this because it is solid, and this is the axis which is passing through the center of the disk and is perpendicular to the disk. So the moment of inertia of the disk about this axis will be given by, as we have derived, half m r square.